Hi, sorry about the windswept look. I've just rushed in from the garden and I wanted to do a quick video about this one. Wild Houses by Colin Barrett, on the book A Long List, and I've just finished this. I finished this before I nipped out into the garden. And it's a book that, it's a debut novel. Colin Barrett is a short story writer, and this is his debut novel. And it sort of crept up on me because I wasn't expecting to be so fearful about the characters. We're in Ballina in County Mayo, and Wild Houses refers to houses where there are always wild parties with everything that goes on in wild parties. And one of these belongs to Killian English. He used to work, at one time he was a drug dealer, but now he's calmed down. But he owes money. And so the Ferdier brothers, they decide that they're going to kidnap Killian's younger brother Dol and hold him to ransom until they get the money. And they do. They kidnap Dol and they take him to this isolated house belonging to Dev, who is a giant of a man. A quiet giant of a man who just wants to be left alone. Although at the end of it, you wonder whether he actually does want to be left alone. He's had mental health issues. His father abandoned the family. His mother's now died. And through the book, you find out about him. He was bullied at school, but he never used to fight. He never fought back. And when the bullies eventually gave up and stopped beating him, he missed it because a beating was a form of contact, if you see what I mean. Anyway, he's this quiet giant of a man. And this is where they take Dol. They just rock up at Dev's house, and this is where they hide out. And Dev doesn't want any trouble. He doesn't want any violence. He cooks for them. He talks to them. He just wants it all to be over. Dol's got a girlfriend, Nikki, 17. And initially, she doesn't even realise that he's been kidnapped because they were at another party, at another wild house, and they had falling out. So initially, she doesn't even realise that he's missing. She just thinks he's not answering his phone. He's just ignoring her. But when she does realise, then she is part of this rescue mission. All through this novel, there's a bubbling sense of violence. And when it does hit, it is quite brutal. The landscape is as well. I mean, the landscape around Dev's place. It's not this wonderful green, lush area that we all imagine Ireland to be full of greenery and peaceful fields and stuff like that. It is dark. This vast darkness. There's a sense of menace there. And I was surprised by this novel. I was, from the premise, from the blurb, I was expecting a sort of a bit of an action filler, action novel, a bit of a crime thriller. it's a novel where everybody seems to be sucked into this maelstrom of criminality, whether they want to or not. And a novel where everyone seems to be alone for one reason or another. I found it quite moving, and Dev is somebody that Dev was the character that leapt out for me. They really did. So another one off the book long list, Wild Houses by Colin Barrett. So happy reading. Take care.